So just to clarify the end of this stability control phase, you've written up your upper body for day one. Now you've got to hit your lower body. So looking at lower body, we're probably going to prioritize quad, because if you remember that overall progression, quad was before hip in this phase. And if we're going quad, we're probably looking at somewhere from that 2 to 4 sets, like we said in the earlier part of the video. So what would I personally do? Again, quad is going to be after those other supersets. So we've probably got a vertical superset, a horizontal superset, and now I'm going to have a quad set. And what I would be looking at here is something like a single leg squat off box, or one-legged squat off box. And I'll do something in this phase I won't do in other phases. We'll go with more of a limited range motion. It's going to target a little bit more of allowing the knee over the toe, allowing a little more VMO activation. So we'll do 10, dot, 10, dot, 10, dot. So what this is 10 reps. This dot is a 10 count hold at the bottom of the rep. So I'm basically doing 9, and on the 10th I go down, hold at the bottom for 10 seconds. 10 more reps on the last one, hold for 10 seconds, 10 more reps on the last one, hold for 10 seconds. And I'll do 2 sets of this, probably taking another 30 seconds between sets, because the amount of time it's going to take me to do this set. So I do my right leg first, if that's my non-dominant leg. I'm going to go through that. That's going to take well over a minute. So my left leg is going to get a good bit of recovery when I'm doing my right, and vice versa. So I'd go through that 2 sets, and then probably to fit in this range, I'd have 1 to 2 more sets of something like a barbell squat. So I'm going to have a conventional squat, barbell squat, squat. At this, I'm probably looking at something with a slowed down tempo, maybe like a 6-1-6, or more like a 3-2-3, depending on what I'm trying to focus on. But what I'm going to look at is something where I'm going to try to use this slower tempo, or this iso pause, to analyze and break down and teach the squat. So the athlete's probably fatigued from all the upper body, quads are definitely warmed up, activated, and probably fatigued from that. And now we're going to teach a big dominant movement like the squat at the very end. 1 set, maybe 2 sets, just to sort of get that movement pattern processed a little bit and help enable them to be able to squat when they come into the next phase, but certainly deprioritizing it toward the end. Okay, so what you need to do now is you need to build a Wednesday and a Friday. Well, the Friday is relatively simple. You have your Monday, right? So you've got your all your pulls, and you've got quad dominant. So now on your Friday, what I would often do is mirror this. So now I'm going to have more pushes, and then I'm going to have more hip dominant. Then on my middle day of the week, my Wednesday, we're going to go with lower body. Just be aware that your volume for upper and lower is different. For example, right now, if I ask you to go do 10 sets of bench press, you'll probably be sore tomorrow, chest, shoulders, triceps. But if I ask you to do 10 sets of squats, chances are you're probably going to be stumbling walking in here. So keep an eye on your volume. Maybe you've got 24 sets on this total day, but you're probably not going to have 24 sets for lower body unless a lot of those sets are really small muscle groups. So consider again, what small muscle groups am I not going to hit the rest of the year? What movement patterns am I going to be less likely to hit the rest of the year? What will that Wednesday look like? And then on Friday, I'm probably more or less going to mirror something like this. So think about your pushes, think about some kind of smaller, balancy hip dominant, and maybe some sort of teaching hip dominant movement at the end. So create those 2 days. We'll get back together. You're going to do that as a group, and we'll get back together and talk about it.